Good afternoon. Hello. It's Sam from Be Crafty here. It's Wednesday. It's the 12th of October 2022. It's 2 o'clock. And how are you? Fully aware, as always, that as I ask these questions, I'm the only one here. So we'll hold fire for a little moment. And from there, what we can do is work out if I'm talking to myself. And if I am, that is fine. And after that, we'll get on with something exciting. Now, quick disclaimer. There may be some background noise, and if there is, I am sorry. Not the normal background noise of Elsa barking, because that is, in fact, quite normal. But they're building a new pavement right out... I'm just going to move that a second. They're building a new pavement literally right outside the front of the house. And there's been a couple of moments this afternoon where I felt my desk moving. Hopefully that won't, get any worse. So I've got my blue journal, which I know is a favourite, but I suppose until it's full, I've got to keep going. And my little Wednesdays with you guys, what that actually does is it gives me the opportunity to put something else in there. So, Dominique, hello darling, how are you? So what I thought I would do is, I've got these because, well, I love them. I've gessoed a page already. Thankfully that is dry, because I was going to use a different journal up until about 3 minutes ago, and then I remembered that Bev used that one last night over on the Be Crafty page, so I thought I should use a different one. I was going to be very good and not use my blue one, and then here we are. The blue journal is here, and yeah, that's it really. So I am going to use some texture paste, and then I'm going to use these guys. Now, I don't know whether you've seen these before. Oh, yes. So, the backing cards, these backing cards look a bit peculiar because I made myself some new masks, for these, and that's if I just very gently, because I keep them on the front, look. So it's just that, because I just keep them there, and then they're not lost. Yeah. Yes, it is the masks. So I thought we would talk about, because I'm halfway in the journal, I've opened it, I've sort of cracked it right open so that I can get a really flat thing. These, I'll get a few colours for us to look at. These, I messed with your mind. Imagine me having that power. These are the Ecoline liquid watercolours. The mixing colours. They're 30ml bottles. You get 10 colours in the set. And they're quite magical. Now, I use them for lots of things. I use them for lettering. Oh, actually, I might have a couple of examples if you'd like to see. If you'd like to. Hold on, let me find them. They shouldn't be too far away. If I can't find them on the first and or second look, I won't look again. But here they are. Yeah. So these have been done with these. And a paintbrush and a bit of water, and it's genuinely as simple as that. These are, I won't show you all of them, I'll just show you a few, but these were all done with this set as well. Yeah, it's basically the names of all the things that I love the most. The dogs, the cat, who's behind there, oh, a Ronnie. So that's done with a softer brush. The capital ones were done with the Dina brush. I need to find... So one of the chisel brushes, but you can do this with any size brush. But yeah, so these were all... Oh, that was done with an Ecoline pen. And someone just asked me for a word for them to practice. And plethora was it. So yeah, peace out. So we're going to use these. I'll just put those in there. These little trays that the inks come in. So you have your little tray, and then it has a lid, and then you can stack them so they don't take up lots of room. Right, let's get that out of the way again. I've put them back in a different order. I did have them already in the order I was going to use them, but that doesn't matter, does it? So yeah, some distress texture paste. This big one, because it's one of the newest ones and I love it. That, like I say, I've got these two. I've got my Be Crafty Small Words, which I'm just going to be using on the sheet as they are, so to make a bit of a background. And with that, I think we'll just get on with it. What do you think? What do you think? Let's do it. Sorry, I thought I'd shut the dog in the garden then. I haven't. And that's a good thing. Right. Distress texture paste. This is the matte version. It's, if you want the bump off the back, it's an opaque medium, ideal for creating dimensional effects on surfaces. That is what we're going to do. Palette knife. It's got this lovely sort of light, I don't know if you can, it's a really light texture. The great thing about, that's the bit that I hadn't. The great thing about these, the big ones, is because the depth of the Mylar, you get to create that depth. But what it also does is, it's not super thick, so you can still close your book and things like that. The great thing about this is you can heat set it, so it's not going to hold up our afternoon, our progress, or anything like that, she says. So what I'm going to do is, in a semicircle fashion, so basically just miss out the corners, ish, you know? And the great thing is there's no rules with it. So however this turns out, I'm just going to be happy with. Because I want the texture of it, and if they're not completely smooth, so you can see there's some lines from the palette knife, that is okay. I'm trying to do this so that you can still see. So I've come up to the top and then back down the other side. And it may be in a sort of a semicircle shape. It might not. But that is okay. However it looks is however it looks. Annie! Hello. Not entirely a semicircle, but kind of. The great thing about this part of it, though, is if I was entirely bothered, I'm just scraping the last bits off with my palette knife, because I don't like to waste it, you know? So scrape that back into there. But if I wanted to take some off, let me just move the book slightly. For example, let's say I wanted to take that bit off there. If I just do that, it's gone. So I can alter the shape, but I would suggest putting your palette knife down that way and scraping that way, if that makes sense. So let's go here again. So it just takes off a little bit. Does that make sense? Good. I'm just going to take that point off because I don't want it. And there we are. So we've instantly got a little bit of dimension on there. I'm hoping you can see that. I don't know whether it's showing up brilliantly. Let me do a telly twinkle. I know it's not twinkly just for... But can you see the depth in it? Oh, it does show up a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Grab the heat gun. So what have you all been making? Anyone been crafting today? I know what Bev's been doing because I've been with her all day. All day, I tell thee. So like I say, you can heat set this. Because it's not... You can see it, dudes. Was that meant to be a kiss? And not I like to keep the heat gun moving because I don't want to essentially burn the paper. Very unlikely that would happen, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me. Oh no, it wasn't a hardship. No, it wasn't a hardship. At all. I just need to make sure that this is as dry... Oh, Halloween card, Jan. Very nice. Is that a Halloween card that you're sending to someone? Yeah, we are just about there. The thing with texture paste and things like that is if you've got time to leave it overnight, then great. And if you don't, that's actually okay. It doesn't matter. Like I say, you can heat set it. But if you're planning ahead and you want it to be super, super, super dry, other brands are available. Then yeah, like even that peak there is fairly dry. But no, it was not a hardship spending the morning with my sister. Very enjoyable indeed. So we're not going to take the full sort of I've done it in a semicircle. I want to go with a kind of a splash of colour, so sort of from one to the next. Put some ATCs in extra. How exciting! Or you'd have to put a picture on, like once the person's got it, so that we can see a Halloween card. Quite like that. Exciting. So these colours, you can also refill your eco lines with them if eco lines are something you have. They have a little grass. No, they don't. They have a little glass dropper, like so. I'm just going to grab my water, which is a interesting shade of white. Probably should have cleaned that first, but here we are. And what we're going to do is start with one colour and then sort of move out across the page, not quite that far. Let me just check how much I like what's on the back of here. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Hello, Caroline. Hello, Sarah Lou. Hello, everyone I've missed. How are you? So very, very simply, we're just going to put those 3 dots of colour there. And that's probably too much ink. Probably. And I haven't brought my kitchen roll with me, so that's also good. Could all go horribly wrong. Sprayer. Now, you'll see, because this is where the break in the book is, I have broken it on purpose so that it opens flat and I've got the 2 signatures either side. So we're going to leave that there. Where's my cloth gone? It's quite gross, so please don't... We're just going to lift some of that off the middle and leave the rest there. Because next, that was 337, the pink. Next, we're going to go in with 236, which I'm sure will give me the real light orange. Light orange. And then that is going to go around it. And the colour starts to seep in to the next one. And then just a quick spritz so that they start to merge into each other. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does. 205, you get the gist of what we're doing now. Lemon yellow. And it is yellow. So we're going to need a bit more because we've got a bit more of a distance to go. And the great thing about it is if you look at it and think, that's too much, I have done too much, I don't want that colour, that's okay. You can lift some off. So you see how that's running into the signature there? Just get, I'm sure you'll have nicer cloths than I have. I'm sure of it. And you can use a paintbrush if you want to encourage the colour over. I'm just going to dip it into some water. So you can encourage the colour into different bits. Remember that if you go into the pink and go that way, it's obviously going to move. So just going to dab some of that from between for a second. But I do like it. And then. Oh, you lost Choco. Oh, I thought something had happened last night with the chat on. Oh, it's horrible. Right, I'm gonna press on because we don't all need to feel. We don't want you to feel sad. Okay. Hello, Dawn. Shazza, you love that colour. Which one? Oh, this is green, by the way. I nearly poured the whole bottle. Now, I'm not putting quite as much on as the yellow, if you'll notice. Because it's just green. Not a variance like we had light yellow, light orange. No variance on that. Woohoo! Look at it. So, let's get that brush again. Ooh, wet cloth there. Now, I'm just going to grab the heat gun. Just dry it off, the orangey yellow. Now, I'm thinking I might need to go back in. I nearly just put this down then while it was on. Oh dear. Bit of left-handed brushing, so that's not going to be anything to write home about, is it? I may just drop a little bit more pink in the centre there. And that's the good thing about these. You can sort of add the colour in. You're loving the pebbles underneath. Well, this is the bit that helps, you see, because it throws that dimension in. And, yeah. It just does. Right, we've dried the middle a little bit. I've left the edge there because the last one we're going to go on with is blue. But I need to add a little bit more pink in there. Just there, look. Don't go down there, come back up here. And the other thing is, if you sort of, you can move this colour around with your finger. Could be dragon scales too. I could be a dragon. I am sometimes. Ask my kids, I bet they'd say so. And then, see, it's strange, the colour doesn't look the same on my screen. So, last colour I'm going to use is this one, 578, and that is Sky Blue. Sky Blue. Like I say, they've got these little pipette things on. And I'm dropping that almost onto the edge of the green that's still a little damp. A little damp. Oh, spray's right there. And we're going to just move that round with the brush. I love those colours as they move into each other. You're choosing not to comment on my dragon qualities. Well, aren't you just a good egg? So keep that sort of semicircle. And then one more spritz so that we can get the runs away as and where it wants to. I've decided I didn't like that. Those lines there. Now, the nice thing about these colours is if you have eco lines, these can also be used to refill them. This is going to take me a little moment to dry because I have in fact thrown quite an abundance of water at it. As I dry, I'm just going to put a drop of green there because that looks particularly not so green, if that makes sense. And then it looks fabulous. Thank you very much. We do try. We have a go. So the lettering that you can do with these colours, I use my Ink Essentials palette just to put the colours into and work it from there. But pages like this, so if you were to put the colour on like so, I know you would need a smaller one, but the lettering can just go straight over it and it just sort of sits out quite nicely. So you're a bit late. What are these inks? I can use them to refill your Ecoline pens. Yes, you can. So they're Ecoline. They're Ecoline mixing inks. You can mix them together to make other colours. So for example, if you have the bright set, you will have magenta in there, and that is just a pot of neat magenta Ecoline ink. Let me turn that off a second, I can talk to you about it. It's in a dropper bottle with a little glass pipette on there. It's a set of 10 colours, and Bev will get you a link to show you where they are. But that's sort of the basis that's the base of the page. I'm going to put the paint water, that's now a nicer shade of blue, out of the way. What I must remember to do. Now, if you wanted to soften these edges, you could just use some plain water and just sort of blend them out that way, but I quite like them the way they are. So, these inks come with a lid, and you can stack them, which is what we're going to do, because then they'll be out of my way. I love them. I love that those inks are a bit of a happy place for me, because it means that I can sit here and just do names. That's still a little damp. Do names and things like that. And it's just something that I find fun and relaxing to do. But as you can see, the colour has mixed really well, sort of from one shade to the next. And we haven't really done anything to it. That makes sense. That's it. I'm bored of warming it up now. So if I put that on there, you might be able to see it a bit. The small words. That's the acetate that they come on. I cannot find the backing card anywhere, but that's okay. I'm going to use my VersaFine it's quite an old ink pad, and the reason I'm going to use that is because I have got a grey, I just can't find it. I don't want it mega black, I don't know. But the point about it is, so I've inked it up literally all in their space on there, and just little bits all around that edge, and that's all I wanted it to do. But as you know, I'm a wiper as I go, so I have to just give my stamps a wipe off. And what that does, if I just hold it up, I don't know if you can see it particularly well, it just sort of adds a little bit of something. And what I've just spotted in my little pot of things. Oh, that's a doodle-like dragonfly that's already done. How cute is that going to be on there? Well, I don't think I'd forecast that to happen. Look how terrible I treat them. Isn't it bad? I'm just looking to make sure there's nothing I would prefer. I love the dragonfly. Now that has been the background. Oh my goodness. Shazza? Yeah, so just to go back to Dawn's question, you can use them to refill your Ecoline pens. So you have Ecoline pens. Are you aware that you can refill them? Because if not, I can show you how to. It doesn't. Oh, it's exciting. Okay, we'll just enhance our calm. You weren't aware you could refill them. Okay. We're just going to show Dawn something. And anyone else who's got them. I have to put this to one side though, for just 1 minute. So your Ecoline pens are refillable. You just drop the ink in there. They also have a double tip, which you may not have known either then, if you didn't know that the top comes off and you do all that. I know you got the pens from us. I relish every set I send out. I love them. So if you find that your nib is going a bit fluffy, which you can just swap it for the other one. There you go. Every day is a school day. I use that one because the refill colour is that one. I mean, this set, in all honesty, is, I would say, I'm sorry about the noise, I would say probably the most used colours. But yeah, there you go. I'm here to help. What can we say? I just thought I should show you that while it was all fresh in our mind, because quite honestly, when I say I'm going to come back to something, as much as I want to, that doesn't always mean. Didn't realise I had a double nib. There you go. See, then today has been a success, ladies. A success indeed. I've imparted wisdom. I mean, there's a first time for all of these things to happen, and this is it. This is it. So, from my Sakura Micron set, I'm going to grab the number 8. Now, I used this the other day and I don't know if it was a good or bad one that I put back. I know I put the wrong one back. Ha 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 ha! Because there's a good one. You can't lie, you've totally forgotten. Yeah, but that's a good thing then, isn't it? So we'll just pop what is that dragonfly called? Oh, Darcy. That is my absolute pleasure, Susan. On the smaller pebbles, we're going to do the rule of 3 dots in very different places on all of them. And what this is going to do is tie in the dotage from Darcy, the dragonfly. I said on the little ones, didn't I? And that was a slightly big one, but never mind. And I quite like learn something new every day, even when you're ancient. I am ancient, but I'm okay with that. I'm alright about it. I mean, I suppose you could argue, why can it only be the little ones that have dots on? I don't know. Maybe some could have dots all the way across, like they could have dots all across them. Not all of them, because, you know, that changes how it looks then, doesn't it? I like it. I was only playing, Dominique. We are as old as we feel. And for the most part, I'm alright, but my knees are absolutely questioning why I don't draw a pension already. On account of how many times they've been broken. But you know, here we are. Can you even see those dots on the screen? I'm not sure whether you can. I love this guy. Now, this wasn't coloured with Eco Lines. This was coloured with Inktense blocks. But I love how he sits there. Great, you're 107. That's okay, Sally. You're not actually obliged to, in fact, be here at a specific point. It's fine. Okay, that's enough of that. I do like it though. Waiting for a second hip replacement. I'll have to have one of those one day. We need that pen back. No, we don't. We need our Moonlights. And we're going to go for this one, which is as close... Is it? Sorry, I'm just deciding. Just deciding. I have an easy way to fix this. Let's not do that. Let's use the pen that actually matches the colour. Which blue did I say it was? 578 Sky Blue. Because I know I've got that one. There it is. That's same set. So what I'm going to do is just, as you may or may not be aware, I like to put a little borderage. I wasn't going to run it all the way along, but I am now. Oh my goodness, there's only 2 up that side. That it will not do at all. So I've gone quiet. I go very quiet sometimes when I play with these pens. Again, it's a bit of a happy place, isn't it? There we go. He's so cute. He, she, Darcy. Is Darcy a universal name? Not sure. Now what we're also going to do is I've got some, I mean, I'm looking at the bottle. Gesso, white gesso. And just a little bit, I'm going to pop out onto my blending mat, and that there pen I was just using, let's just spread that out a little bit. Oh, we could use that too. Now obviously the end of any paintbrush can do this. This is, I'm very fortunate, this is a Dina one, but whatever one you've got, or whichever. Oh, Duchess green. Duchess, does that make me older? Yeah, I don't know. But hello Lady Sims, how are you dear? Hope you are well on this very fine Wednesday. And now I've used nearly all of the paint. I'm going to get the pen that I used. Oh, it's cute, isn't it? Now this can obviously be added anywhere. You can add it over the top of the texture paste because, well, quite frankly, I think I've just put gesso in my hair. Because quite frankly, it's your page and the rules are yours. I don't know. I don't know if the Duchess is old. I didn't know if that was like a... Is it not an older title? I mean, I'm alright with, you know, whatever you call me, so it's fine. Oh dear. So, oh, that one was cool because it brought out the middle look. Do that again. Oh, no. Right, that's enough of that shenanigans. So the great bit at this point is if you wanted to add in some more colour, if you looked at it and thought, do you know what, I like it but I feel like it needs, I don't know, some more green here, the droppers are there. You can use it in whatever way you like. If you've got the eco lines to match and you only want a tiny bit of colour, you can express that colour out onto your blending mat, your glass mat, whatever it is you have that you're using at home. If I don't clean that paint off, it's going to be everywhere. Yeah. So there we go. Now, I have just noticed we have no colour down his body. We're going to need to put that in, aren't we? So I will use that blue, and I'll use lemon yellow, which was the yellow that we used. I'll only put a tiny bit down there because I'll watercolour it out. Oh. Are you okay, Charmaine? So you sneak in. Sneaky sneaker. And things that you don't ever need to tell anyone. I just nearly used Pepsi to watercolour his body. Again, is Darcy a boy's or a girl's name? Can it be both? It is today. A riot of colour indeed. So let's use some ultra thick gel medium to and a cat hair. Well, we'll put that back into the gel medium because we don't need that, do we? Love that on there. Sneak in because you're so small. Absolutely. Like stealth mode. Sneaky sneaker. It is both. Thank you, Annie. It's a good job someone sensible's here. Well, actually, we might need to keep that. Let's keep that there. I am going to use an autumn sticker as my wordage. Mr. Darcy. I know someone who has a female equine called Darcy, but I put another word in front of it. I will just leave you to work out what that word might be because I'm not going to say it. Oh, as colourful as spring. There. I think I need a 3 though before I stick it down. That's absolutely accurate, Louise. Well, that one seems topical. Hey there, witches. I do like that one though. It can't be though. It needs to be. I could do with it being a 3er. But I didn't do any 3ers, I only did 2ers. No, it's going to be that one. It is. I'm going to pop a bit of this on the back of it, just because this is very, very heavily textured paper, as you know. Well, you may know, you may not. You know, I feel like I've been educating all round today on the Ecoline front, which is a bit, you know. Now Lady Sims is here, she knows. Is that like quite nice and delicate though? I think it is. I think it is. I'm just looking on the Wordy Stickers one to see if there's anything that I can use. Sorry for leaning over there. See if there's anything I can use to make it into a threer. As colourful as spring. Off you go. You're beautiful. So that's using the two sets together. I just need to make sure that they. As colourful as spring. Off you go. You're beautiful. Or you're beautiful. Off you go. As colourful as spring. Yeah, that's better. I'm nearly there. Sorry about the indecisiveness. This is the bit that I always ponder over. Ponder over. Done. I said done, didn't I? But I need my white pen. Just now that they're dry. Just to take a bit of the colour out of those hearts. Not a lot, because I like them the colour they are. That is the point. Right. I nearly said ta-da, like it's some sort of magic trick. It's not. It's not. You were here while I did it. But that's it. Is that no, it's the blue denim one. But that is, I am beyond pleased with that. It's in a strange twist of events. It's exactly what I planned. I don't know whether I planned the dragonfly, but it was what I wanted. Fabulous, darling. Is that how you said it? I hope so. So, thank you so very much for having me. I didn't check if there is another live today. One of these lovely ladies is going to tell you the answer to that question, and if there is, please do join in and support them. As always, a pleasure and a privilege to spend the afternoon with you. I hope whatever else you are doing for the rest of your Wednesday is as magical as you are, and I will see you guys really soon. Take care. Bye.